Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Matt Adams, and this is your Golf Central update. The World Golf Championship's FedEx St. Jude Invitational wrapped up in Memphis. Wild final round. Harris English and Bryson DeChambeau lead after the first 3 rounds, but had rough back nines, which allowed Abraham Ancer to win in a 3-man playoff with Hideki Matsuyama and Sam Burns. It was Ancer's first win on the PGA Tour.
I was trying to kind of let it all sink in there when I was in the ceremony on 18. It was really surreal, something that I've been working for since I was a little kid. Definitely a dream come true to win on the PGA Tour and to do it on a big stage like a WGC event was really, really cool, man. It was a crazy round. I thought I was gonna need a really low one to have a chance today, but it just worked out that it was like pretty much survival mode on the back nine. It was pretty tricky. The wind was swirling. The pins were in spots that you have to be extremely accurate. And yeah, I mean, I got lucky maybe, but there were some instances in some tournaments that I thought I've done enough to win, and I didn't get the win. So this time it just worked out my way, and I'm really thankful, man. I mean, I was watching the scoreboard. I like to know what I need to do or where I stand. And at one point, I saw Harris. He was, I think he was 20 under. And I was like, man, he's running away with it. I got to make some birdies. And things, putts weren't dropping. I was hitting some good shots, but I wasn't really getting much out of them. And I was getting a little bit frustrated out there. Because like, man, I need to make a move. And I was just putting myself in kind of tough spots or long putts. I wasn't hitting it close. And yeah, it was definitely a surprise. I keep looking. I was like, man, they just came back 2 strokes. And it's like, whoa, another 2. It's like, I'm tied for the lead. And I was like walking off 16. I couldn't believe I was tied for the lead there. I was like, I felt like I was maybe 4 strokes behind. And you just don't know what can happen out here, man. It's crazy. It's a tough golf course. Like I said, you get a little bit of wind out there, small targets, anything can happen.
You talk about you would think you were going to cry. What would your dad tell you today? How proud would your dad be today with what you've accomplished?
There you go. You want to make me cry. Well, he would just and I feel like he was out there with me pretty much the whole playoff and I mean, obviously all of the tournament, but I felt really calm for some reason. I was probably more nervous on the tournament, in the trophy presentation not in the actual playoff or during the tournament. I felt really calm. I felt like I was ready. I felt like he was here. He was there with me. I know he busted his butt his whole life to just get me to tournaments and just have a chance to compete and get better. And he definitely would be extremely proud. I know he is extremely proud and having a big old party up there, man.
We're diving into the ShotLink stats at the CDW Intelligence Center to discuss Ancer's win at the World Golf Championship's FedEx St. Jude Invitational. Ancer led the field in scrambling over the week, 4th in shots gained, tee to green, and was 17th in strokes gained putting. Bringing in Tripp Eisenhower, Ancer's been close to winning before Tripp. How did he get it done this past week?
Well, we knew it was a matter of when it was going to happen, not if it was going to happen, that Abraham Ancer was going to get a win on the PGA Tour. And this could cascade into many more wins, I predict, for Abraham Ancer now that he has knocked on the door and come through it. How did he do it? Well, those stats pretty much tell the story. He is a great ball striker week in and week out. It was no different this week. The scrambling was there to save him. And usually when you win and you're a great ball striker, you have that week where you make the putts when they count, and that's exactly what he did. Now, he wasn't the best in the field in gaining strokes, but he was the best in the field inside 10 feet, and none more important than the 6-footer he made to win that WGC Championship. Now, he is the 9th first-time winner this season on the PGA Tour, and he becomes the 8th player to make their debut victory a WGC, and that's some pretty elite company. Those are guys like Henrik Stenson and Darren Clark, guys who've gone on to great things after they got their first win, and it being a WGC. I don't think it's going to be any different for Abraham Ancer.
A great moment for Abraham Ancer indeed, and unfortunately it came at the expense of Harris English. English had a 3-shot lead making the turn, but a double on the 11th, a double on the 14th. He shoots a 40 on the back 9, and he said he was feeling rushed during the second half of his final round.
Obviously I had a great week. It sucks to finish 5th, or 4th. I don't know what I finished, but I can still take a lot of positives from this week. I played great golf, really had a tough 9 holes, and that was it. It's just tough to rush like that. I mean, we were getting warned on the front 9, and it's tough to catch up. I mean, I made dub on 11, Bryson made triple, and you can't catch up doing that. And then from 12 on, I felt like we were running, and it's tough out there. The wind's picking up. Obviously, there's some really good pins out here. I mean, you're trying to win a championship, and it's hard. And I don't really like speeding up like that or feeling like I'm rushed, but I got to get better at that. Obviously, it wasn't Bryson's fault. I mean, he hit it near the fence on. Well, they told us on 5, I think, that they were timing the group ahead of us. So I knew that was, you better be on your toes. And then he had the ruling on 6, and that took a while. And then we're kind of behind the 8 ball, and then we didn't play great golf coming in. I mean, we're putting for a lot of pars and scrambling a lot, so it's hard to catch up, and you just get behind, and then you have to start running. And I don't know, to me, I don't feel like I'm a slow player, but it makes me feel like I got to rush, and you just kind of have that in the back of your head, and that's something I've told my caddy I got to get better at. Obviously, it's not Bryson's fault on 6, but that takes a while, and while the group in front of us they're starting to play faster, and we're getting further behind, it's just tough. And obviously everybody has to play under the same rules and the same pace, and I get that. It's just it's something I got to get better at, and maybe start timing my routine and knowing exactly how long it takes me, so I don't feel like I have to get rushed.
We had 2 first-time winners in the PGA Tour this past weekend, in Erik van Rooyen and Abraham Ancer. Van Rooyen won at the Tour's additional event, the Barracuda Championship in Tahoe. He won the Stableford System event by 5 points. He moved all the way up to 78th in the FedEx Cup point standings in so doing. And he knows how big this win is for his career.
It's massive. It's massive. It's been a difficult sort of 18 months for me golf-wise. You know, I haven't been playing well. There's been glimpses of it the last 6 months, but I haven't been able to put 4 good rounds together. So I was well aware of the position I was in going into the playoffs, knowing that I've only got 8 rounds left to make that cut. And to win here this week, I mean, under the conditions, you know, the pressure that I was under, yeah, it's just, I'm going to take so much confidence from this.
Not only does your life change from winning on the tour, but a month ago your life changed as well. What does this win mean to you, knowing that Valerie is around?
Yeah, shame, which is obviously still way too small to have any understanding of what just happened. But, you know, my wife's been my rock. She's been absolutely amazing, and she's been pretty much a single parent for 3 out of the last 4 weeks, you know, ever since we had her. Her parents were there for a week when I was playing the British Open, but I've been gone for 3 out of the last 4 weeks. So she's, you know, like I mentioned earlier, this one goes out to my wife Rose and to little Valerie.